Let's talk about it, nigga. What is you talking about? Hey, today topic of discussion, nigga. Snoop Dogg is a motherfucking sellout, boy. Fuck is you talking about? Hey, yeah, so I grew up in Long Beach, right? And I'm tired of saying this to motherfuckers. Like, it's time that I say this shit here, and who care what happened? YouTube can delete this shit. I don't give a fuck. Like, really, I can say what I want. I got freedom of speech, and these little kids here work shit in their house. I'm gonna put 18 and over on this video, so they got no reason to be fucking with my content right here. But anyways, let's get back on topic about Snoop Dogg, my nigga. Like, so Snoop Dogg been around for all of these years, and one thing that baffled me the most about Snoop Dogg that I'm like, my nigga came to Long Beach and he created a football team. And I even was rooting for Snoop Dogg when he had this one dude like 4 years ago went to the Super Bowl, but they lost when the Broncos went to the Super Bowl. The Broncos lost, but Snoop Dogg had a guy in his football league that went to that Super Bowl and had a chance to win. And I felt like that would make Snoop's league, it would give it prestige if that guy would have won. So I was rooting for the guy, right? But at the end of the day, that nigga's a sellout, and I really don't like Snoop Dogg. I think he's a bitch ass nigga. Like, period. That nigga see me with the hands, bro, or you can send motherfuckers at me. I wouldn't give a fuck. You still a bitch, nigga. You's a sellout, my nigga. Like, uh, there is no Snoop Dogg youth center. Calvin brought his youth center in Long Beach. If they made one yesterday, nigga, I've been talking about this shit for a cool minute. But the whole point is, if you go to Anaheim, which is not far from Long Beach, you can drive straight down motherfucking Carson, I think that is. Whatever that street is, I think it's Carson. And you could take Carson all the way down and it turn into Lincoln, and it'll take you all the way through a couple cities and you end up in Anaheim in like 15 minutes, right? So Snoop Dogg ain't that motherfucking far from Anaheim. But the whole thing is this. Even Tiger Woods, we're gonna put Tiger Woods in this discussion too, because I'm black, nigga. Like I ain't black, nigga. I'm native, right? But then I'm going by the general terminology that the world motherfucking they that the world calling us, right? Or the bag that white folks gave us that we got to carry with us. So then we black, me, Tiger Woods, and Snoop Dogg. They say we black, right? Boom. So I root for these niggas. Like, nigga, I know Tiger Woods got held back by white supremacy from breaking that white nigga record because he'd have been broke it. He still won one, and he only got three more to go. But he ain't gonna break that record, bro. They know that nigga would have been broke that white man record. So that's why I fuck with Tiger Woods in my own way too. But I don't fuck with Tiger Woods recently because when I start talking about this shit like 2 weeks ago, I realized nigga Tiger Woods a bitch ass nigga for this shit. Because nigga, you in the real world, it's kind of like how Oprah went and took her motherfucking school to Africa because she's in the real world. She said these niggas need a good school. So Tiger Woods, if you in the real world, why the fuck would you not take your youth center that you teaching these kids engineering and taking them on good ass field trips and shit, but you teaching them engineering, right? But Snoop Dogg don't got no motherfucking youth center teaching kids nothing. All he giving them is football. And the point of Snoop Dogg giving the kids football is he's perpetuating the same stereotypes that they always wanted niggas to follow to try to gain something in America. They want you to be a entertainer in terms of sports, music, television, some type of entertainer. Or they want you to be a gang member, a thug, a ratchet bitch, stripper, some shit, a prostitute, some shit like this, right? They already have the designations they have for you. And inside of everything that white people have ever used their budget to fund for black people to see in terms of movies or use their budget to fund for black people to hear his music, they have never had nobody talking about being a motherfucking doctor, lawyer, fucking industrial hygienist, nothing for real, bro. They haven't talked about having no real careers, and they started doing it more recently in certain movies because they know what the fuck they've been doing, and that's why they put Bill Cosby in jail. Nigga, we talking about all this shit, nigga. I'm gonna get back to Snoop Dogg. We gonna keep it on topic. But nigga, that's why they did that to Bill Cosby. Because Bill Cosby and Sidney Poitier used to be in films back in the days when they transitioned from Monty Python films and transitioned from that the real original Birth of the Nation type shit, how they was portraying black people like fucked up in their movies. Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby came out of that black exploitation phase where niggas would start being on movies and TV with suits on. They start doing their movies as like some like private eye motherfucking investigators or some yeah, you could say private eye, and they was and pretty much like a suit. Just it was a makeshift suit. It wasn't like a tuxedo or a three piece. They just had on some slacks with a jacket with a crew or a button down. But it was looking more dignified and like business like in terms of the world we living in right now. So yeah, but so that's why they attacked Bill Cosby, because the image that I'm talking about, that Snoop Dogg don't give a fuck about that image. Snoop Dogg probably a clown Bill Cosby when America say clown him. He ain't gonna say, oh, America is only doing that to Bill Cosby because Bill Cosby has been a great person and he cares so much about the black image that he trying to buy this network so he can have shows like the Cosby Show back on the air. Because it's nothing on the TV, like on BET, it ain't nothing like the Cosby Show in Different World on that motherfucker. You got shows like The Game and all that stupid shit telling niggas to play football and shit. And that's the point. That was Snoop Dogg's job, was to perpetuate being a gangster and a thug and a crip and a killer and a pimp and all that shit. Why he called women bitches and hoes and he married with children. Is he calling his wife a bitch and a hoe in the house? Probably so. That's why she ain't really trying to be with the man like that. And that's why my wife, I'm having problems with my motherfucking wife, because Snoop Dogg halfway groomed my dumb ass, right? Because I didn't know no motherfucking better. I'm thinking of you, it's a party, you motherfucker. Oh, you're dancing and hee ha ha. But you're emulating these motherfuckers in your speech and all kind of other behavior. So the shit is not cool, right? And people need to grow the fuck up. And you need to realize Snoop Dogg was a bitch, and E40's a bitch, Too Short is a bitch. Too Short at a concert, all he had to say, he see my wife, he said, this nigga got a motherfucker with some big ass titties over here. He said he got a wife on the song. He said, I got a mother, a wife, and a daughter at home. So shit on that shit. Why the man? He said he got enough women in his household that he should be respecting the motherfucker enough to not put a woman on blast because she got big titties. How you know how that woman gonna respond to that, bro? So that's what I'm saying. Fuck bitch ass niggas, bro. Nigga, fuck all that. That shit ain't cool. It's a better way to conduct yourself. I understand we ratchet at the same time. I'm ratchet too. But I don't mean I need to be up in the streets woo-hooing at a woman and making her like she just an object and she don't got no intelligence about her or deserve no respect, period. Like that ain't how you treat women, period, bro. So at the end of the day, we gonna change the dynamic and we gonna point these niggas out, bro. And Snoop Dogg is a bitch. And that's why niggas try to kick him out of Long Beach, or that's why they say he was banned out of Long Beach, because Snoop Dogg over here, nigga, Snoop Dogg had a time frame where he was putting on white rappers and wasn't even fucking with Long Beach. That's how Lil Dicky got famous. Because Snoop Dogg over here fucking with Lil Dicky. Snoop Dogg over here fucking with some other white niggas at the time. I forgot who they was. But Snoop Dogg was putting on white rappers to the point that niggas in Long Beach start feeling it. And it start getting in the air, right? So then right when Snoop Dogg could tell that it was some tension about how this nigga putting on these white rappers, and then when he doing it, you had other niggas jumping on a bandwagon or putting on these wipers. Like getting on their songs or like just standing next to them or doing like little like weird little intros for their songs and shit. It'd be like, well, that's when Snoop Dogg came with the Long Beach movement. When this shit was in the air about this nigga putting on those white rappers, that nigga came with the Long Beach movement. And then when he come with the Long Beach movement, nigga, I listened to a lot of those songs, bro. That nigga was making bullshit. Making bullshit, half gangster, dumb shit. He wasn't making no shit for the radio. He ain't make not one song for one of them niggas to go international pop singer international level. And one of the shit that he made like that was an album. That shit was garbage, bro. It was one of the most fucking wackest shits I ever heard. When I listen to the shit, bro, I'm just disrespected for the niggas that he act like he was helping. Like, bro, you not putting these niggas in a position with that shit. Who the fuck is gonna listen to like some of this shit that this nigga? Even if you listen to man, you could pick some of Snoop Dogg and Dog Pound songs. Some of the shit on their albums, not everybody in the world is gonna fuck with it. It's only like 3 songs maybe off of some of them niggas' albums that everybody in the world fuck with. So the type of shit that people wasn't fucking with, that's what Snoop Dogg was putting on all these niggas in Long Beach albums. And then other than that, all he did was kind of said their name a little bit or stood next to him on a video a little bit, but he didn't put them niggas on the radio. He don't be taking them niggas with him. He supposed to put Jabba on, but I see Snoop Dogg at Nipsey funeral on stage. I didn't see Jabba next to that nigga right there. Why you didn't have Jabba next to you right there? So people have been like, who the fuck is that next to Snoop Dogg? So there's some real shit going on. That nigga's a bitch. He did not make one song that was supposed to go 100% popular on the radio, bro. For none of them niggas in Long Beach, bro. And when I start going back to Long Beach, niggas is telling me like, oh, bro, Snoop Dogg came over here. He gave the most hood niggas $60,000. These niggas done bought guns and dope and they got the hood turned up. And I don't bang. And I'm still, I can know that much of what the fuck is going on from the outside looking in. So if I bang, nigga, I have some real insight, nigga, on what Snoop Dogg is doing that is not helping the black community sustain itself and gain polity, ownership, and economy in America. That is why he's a sellout. He's supposed to keep niggas confused to the ownership they have in America. That's his motherfucking job, is he get a house on a hill, he get a big ass house, right? And he get to live way better than all of the black niggas who out here struggling and really ain't got much going on. And they really dependent of a job and shit like that. Snoop Dogg don't need a job because he signed his butthole over to them white folks. Just like all these other niggas signed their buttholes over to them white folks. How come Pimp C was dead? He got out of prison and then Pimp C dead and they got this DVD called The Truth that Pimp C was on. Or they say Pimp C coming out with this DVD called The Truth and they say some other unknown nigga, but they say the unknown nigga who helped with the DVD, they say he ain't been found and Pimp C ended up dead and they talking about it was a lean overdose. But when they saying it's a lean overdose, there's all kind of conspiracy tied to it. There was a white woman coming out of his room and he had a shot with a syringe and his family said he was supposed to come home the day before and he called him and said he was about to leave, but he never left and all this shit. Why, if the nigga died from lean, why the fuck is it this side story coming out? So the whole point, this shit is not cool, bro. My nigga Snoop Dogg, when Nipsey Hussle died, my nigga Snoop Dogg want to wear a motherfucking blue rag jacket and throw up Crip signs at Nipsey Hussle's fucking casket. Instead of using his platform to talk about how we're going to try to gain the ownership, economy, and polity in America and talk about how these immigrants is motherfucking exploiting the resources in this fucking country and trying to gain something they can't fucking gain at home at your expense, nigga. Okay, you can be over here, bitch, but I'm gonna control the budget, nigga. At the end of the day, niggas need to start controlling the budget. We not playing no game. We need control of the money. We gonna disperse how the wealth goes out throughout America. I don't give a fuck about an immigrant being over here, but them motherfuckers don't need to be in the same position I'm in the first year they here. Only because your bitch ass controlling the budget. And yeah, oh what? Are we all supposed to go to college? If everybody go to college, so you can't use college like that's you're supposed to go to college and you got to get a good career. Everybody can't do that. Who gonna work in the warehouse then? Who gonna be the mailman then? Who gonna work at Chili's then? So come on, I don't want to hear no dumb shit. Oh, you could go to college or you can shut that stupid shit up. Money ain't even real. It's just a way to barter. And really, it was bartering out labor. And that's what it's bartering out now. Because all you got in this world is knowledge and the power of use. And other than that, you barter out people's use. And money is the tool to barter out people's power of use of their knowledge for self. And you use it for your own fucking gain. And that's what's going on in the country. That's what slavery is, bartering out somebody's services for your own personal gain. And they usually gain nothing, or they gain very little. And so in this country, when you're talking about ownership, if somebody have a job and they never end up owning a house with the person who was owning the house the whole time where they was at the job, that is the dynamic, is that you will never gain the ownership that the plantation owner already has while you've been working in the field. Like that nigga Ben had the ownership. When he put you on the plantation, he already owned the house. And you over here working, if you was a slave, if you look at the movies they portray, a slave had no concept of owning a house. They were trying to gain freedom before they were trying to own anything. So once the slave gained freedom, what direction did they have to lead them to say that I need to gain ownership, a polity, and economy for self? All those Negroes did was conduct good business. And what did Caucasians in America do? The same thing they did to the Jews in fucking Germany, which were the black Jews. It was black Jews. Look this shit up, G. Look up, type in black Jews in the Holocaust. It's going to be some shit pop up. But the point is, right? White people in America did the same thing to black people that the Germans did to the Jews for the same exact reason. Doing nothing to them motherfuckers but practicing good economics and doing business and taking care of self. And because when they looked in through their microscope and they said these motherfuckers is doing too good, they looking too good, they smelling too good, they doing it better than us, and I'm envious. And once they realized that, they wage war on you for no good fucking reason. The same reason that Cain killed Abel. Abel gave that nigga no reason because Abel didn't do shit to that man. He was serving God the same way that other nigga was. Just God just wasn't receiving it the same way. I don't know why, right? But all I know is it was no justified means for that man to harm the other man. Nigga, throw your rocks at the sky and harm your thought process or some shit. But the other man didn't do nothing to you. But at the end of the day, bro, there's some real true reality, because what I'm talking about is Greenwood, Oklahoma, or Tulsa, Oklahoma, what they call Black Wall Street. Those black people didn't do anything to white people. All they did was conduct good business and have a self-thriving organism that was just meant to take care of self. And those fucking Nazi ass terrorist motherfucking KKK ass white folks in America. Now the white folks, right? They did it. White people did that. But then they're going to sector off what white is and say, well, yeah, white people did it, but it was only this certain group of white people called the KKK. So that's not the Caucasian government. The Caucasian government didn't do it itself. It was these terrorist church. Well, no, I can't call them terrorists because I think they're documented as a Christian organization. So this Christian organization came into your town and blew it up and fucked your town up and turned it into what the Jews were supposed to live in, which was called a ghetto, which they call black people's environment the ghetto. And a ghetto was buildings that were blew up from war. So it looks like a fucking war zone in your town. That's what the ghetto is. When I was taught about the Holocaust and they said the Jews was in the ghetto was a town that was pillaged after war. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a ghetto before that. They wasn't saying, oh, the Jews in a ghetto over there. A ghetto is what the fuck happened after a war zone. And that's what they put black people. They say black people live in a ghetto. So, man, y'all niggas need to wake up, bro. I ain't got nobody mentoring me. I ain't got nobody telling me to wake up. If anybody found value in the information that I'm speaking and find any truth in this shit, I ain't have nobody sitting here directing me and giving me the same insight that I'm probably giving some of these motherfuckers. Snoop Dogg's a bitch. We gonna get back on topic. Tiger Woods and Snoop Dogg, right? Celebrity motherfuckers want both with different types of wealth. The point with both of these guys is they're supposed to be black like me because they call Tiger Woods black. He said he Caucasian, but they say the nigga black, right? So well, he black, okay. But he don't give a fuck about the black struggle. I grew up in the so-called hood. I was born in Los Angeles, lived there for 10 years, moved to Long Beach, lived there for 20 years, right? These supposed to be the hood. So, well, I ain't gonna say supposed to be, nigga. LA fucked up. But I'm saying Long Beach is not as fucked up, but it's kind of fucked up too. But if you take out of the bullshit out, there's no reason to call it the hood. It's a good ass, like Long Beach is a nice ass city. Some buildings just look fucked up. You paint them and make them a little better. But Long Beach is a nice ass city regardless. So even when I was there, I'm talking about before the white folks came and gentrified it the last couple years, Long Beach still was a nice city without all them white people around. And nigga, if they would have been further away, Long Beach probably would have been that much better. And I ain't gonna hold you. But we're gonna stay on topic though. Snoop Dogg ain't got no motherfucking Calvin Broadus Youth Center in Long Beach where they teaching engineering, right? Engineering is a career. And not only is it a career, engineering is some knowledge that you can use for self whenever engineering pops up in your life. I don't, nigga, if engineering pop up in my life right now for me to do it for self, I probably won't be able to do it because I wasn't taught any engineering skills. And right now in America, let's talk about this part. Even in America, right? Old niggas always be telling you about how America took the motherfucking trades out of the school, right? And the most prominent money maker in America today through COVID-19 is a fucking trade. It ain't no motherfucking job at Del Taco or some shit. Even though somebody's still working in Del Taco, it's probably only two people, the manager and one employee. It ain't this 32 people that was working there no more. So all the 32 people fired. All across America, you got 32 people in this building fired, 32 in that one fired, 32 over here fired. You know how many people ain't got no fucking job right now? All of America fired. The funny correlation with that is, though, that all of America is fired right now, is that the president of the United States is a fucking reality TV star who was on a fucking show where he's telling everybody you're fired. What kind of fucking sense does that make? Is that everybody's fired when the president who fires everybody on TV fucking, it makes a lot of sense. So since Donald Trump was right and we're all fired, we're gonna get back on subject. Snoop Dogg, bitch ass, ain't got no Calvin Broadus, Snoop Dogg, Youth Center in Long Beach, teaching engineering. And we're gonna go back to the topic of discussion that was about, even at my school, which was called CCAT at the time, Cabrillo Center for Advanced Technology. That's what it turned into like the last year or two. They had CNC machines and they was trying to start teaching people, it was trying to teach us certain stuff. Like I learned digital film, like I learned animation, certain shit, like I learned certain stuff. I know how to work PowerPoint. I'm not good at certain stuff now, but when I was doing it, I was pretty good at it. Like I was more advanced than everybody in my class. I was doing stuff nobody in class was doing, using way more slides and transitioning my slides where my stuff was there and they're moving like a movie. Nobody in class was doing that. So I was pretty good working with PowerPoint and all that stuff back in the days. I didn't transition with it, didn't keep it going. So I'm not probably as good as I would have been if I kept doing it. But the whole point, yeah, we did get certain tools, but yet and still, like I said, I got these motherfuckers, I got race riots at my school. Then you got like this weird popularity contest shit where like, if you ain't trying to be included and motherfuckers including you, then you're gonna be fighting and shit because first of all, it's territorial fights about that shit, and then you gotta fight because you telling nigga I ain't in a part of that shit. I ain't with them niggas over there, bro. I'm fucking with myself. Y'all niggas, but they keep including you. Nigga, the T-Birds is gonna fuck with you because you a black nigga, bro. Like, nigga, they Samoans, and the Samoans fuck with the black niggas that's kind of popular. And even though you say you ain't popular, nigga, and you don't fuck with them niggas, at the end of the day, my nigga, I see a lot of them niggas be talking to you. So, nigga, you fuck with them. So then some days them niggas fuck with you, and your days at school just be kind of weird, where you don't give a fuck, and you don't like your teachers, and you don't fuck with homework. Right? Like, this is some real shit that I'm talking about right here. Cause I lived this shit where I equate my theories that in my economics class, I had the best A in the class. And my teacher, this was my only teacher that didn't give homework. And I never liked homework because I feel like if I learned and retained the knowledge at school, why the fuck do I need to do it at home? That's my philosophy, right? Like, so I never like homework. I want to go home and use my time for myself. I'm gonna have to go to sleep soon and certain shit, so I'm gonna use these little 4 or 5 hours for myself, nigga. I'm gonna get out of school at like 3, and then when I get home, and I gotta I only got like 3 hours, 4 hours. Then you gotta get ready to go for the next day at school. So I don't know, bro. I just didn't like homework. And the school never took the time to address kids like me to make sure we got straight A's. Because if I get the best A in the class that I didn't get homework, that means I proved and validated that I retained the knowledge on quizzes. I did all my assignment. I did on everything we could do. I did it better than everybody else every fucking time. Where my average ended up being better than everybody else's, even that nigga that was raising his hand every second. So the school never took the time to address children like me to make sure that they could develop systems where kids like me don't get homework. That would have helped me get straight A's, first of all. Then on top of that, I didn't like some of my teachers because of the way these teachers were. It wasn't every teacher. It was only certain teachers. The school never addressed those issues to make sure the kid gets straight A's. You address that and you move motherfuckers around or get the teacher out of there or do something to make sure that kid can get the best grade he can get. So, okay, outside of that, like I said, we got race riots and we got grown ass men harassing niggas at school, where the discussion among your peers is like, oh, Jaron, this nigga went to Jack in the Box and these motherfuckers packed him out. He ain't coming to school tomorrow because he in the hospital. And then this is what y'all talking about. And then you really waiting in class down there to be getting back a nigga on updating on what's happening to your partners and how y'all gonna conduct yourself so y'all be safe and good with these grown ass men hanging out your schools. This reality, bro. We ain't talking about no bullshit. Y'all can play like little kids. But the whole point is I could have been valedictorian easy. I learned all of that shit easy in school. I used to just do stupid shit. Like, my teacher one time told me, she said, man, I'm giving you a D on this paper or an F or some shit, but I mean, I can see you did everything in the right format and shit, but you just wrote some dumb shit. Like, you just wrote it 5 minutes ago. And I'm like, I did. Because I don't care, right? Like who cares, right? I just need to pass the class. She said, man, why don't you rewrite this and I'm gonna redo you a grade. And I went and I probably got like a B or something. I just took like 30 minutes instead of 5, whatever I did, right? I got a B. But the whole point, the teacher recognized it and she addressed it and she right. But there needs to be a point that in the black communities, the kids are not able to just focus on getting straight A's as the primary goal. They might have a better chance now because there's not as much stuff going on now as it was when I was going in school, as well as niggas 10 years before me, 5 years before me, and all of that. If you go back to where the real shit was in the 80s and all that, them niggas was not able to focus on going to school. Hence, like my mama, she dropped out because nigga, they had rapists in LA, crazy back in her time. And it was a gang of shit going on. And my mama told me about a couple of times she was running from getting raped and had all of the crazy shit going on in her childhood. So I understand why she did what she did. But the whole point is she wasn't able to focus on getting straight A's. That wasn't her primary focus. So yeah, we're not able to compete academically the way we normally would and really would. We would have much more scholars. And I've already did research onto the rate that people have been going to college, right? Like I did research into this and I was looking up Bill Cosby and I start doing research into Bill Cosby, why they was fucking with this man. And I already knew certain shit about it. But then basically I started trying to look up the different world or a different world. And I wanted to see the year, around what year did he start that show? And I wanted to see the rise in college, kids going to college and shit like that. And probably around the time of his show, it was like a peak of blacks college rate. But what I noticed was that everybody else had a trend to double or triple or it significantly rose, but black people's college rate over a 20-year time frame had almost stagnated. I'm talking about when you looked at the rate, it almost didn't. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about it though, we're gonna talk about it though, like in the millions though. And it was kind of like that though, bro. But basically though, if the white people was at 4 million and blacks was at 2 million, the rise basically was like that. Black people or white people was at like something like 6.8 million at some point. Like at 20 years throughout 20 years. They was at like 6.8 million. And black people was at like fucking like 2.2 million. Right? And Asians had went from 1.5 to like 3 million. And the Mexicans went from like 700,000 to like 2 million. But the black people went from 2 million to 2.2 million, which was almost not even a fucking rise at all. And I'm just like, wow, how the fuck is that possible, bro? That everybody almost like doubled or tripled, or they these motherfuckers rise was so heavy. But black people almost didn't even rise at all. And that really seemed like an agenda to me, bro. Like it just seemed like deliberately they was like using college as a weapon. Like they was cause if you look at it, right? I went to the dentist recently and it was this fucking immigrant bitch all working in my mouth, and it seemed like this bitch had like she was Dr. Giggles in my mouth or some shit. This bitch was trying to fuck me up. Like she put holes in my mouth. Hey, that's on me though. The first day I got home from that dentist with that lady, she pulled my tooth out. She had to extract one of my tooth, right? And she did a cool job with that. I didn't feel no pain. She like, oh, you got the best dentist in the world. That's why. I said, oh yeah, possibly, right? And I'm entertaining it. Dude, then I get home, I ate something, and it was like every fucking bite, it was like shit in my teeth, like in 4, 5, 6 different spots. It's like, and then my wife at some point, she like, man, why you keep doing that? She like, you don't never have shit get stuck in your teeth, right? And she like, why are you doing that so much? And she noticed it. I'll probably notice it a little bit, but I'm saying she even noticed it on the outside looking in, and she noticed it quick. So this lady fucked my shit up. And then I was eating on my right side. I can't even eat on my right side no more. It seemed like this bitch done exposed one of my nerves. When I first came from the dentist, if I breathed, my motherfucking shit would hurt. I couldn't drink nothing hot or cold on that side. I had to tilt my motherfucking head to the left because I said I ain't going back to Western Dental because this bitch done fucked my motherfucking shit up. Why would I trust an American franchise like Western Dental when you let this immigrant bitch fuck my mouth up like that? And I probably didn't even need that much work done. I had just came from another dentist that did a whole gang of shit to my mouth. All I needed them to do was extract my tooth. But you know, you go to the dentist, they want to get you the x-ray, and the nigga trying to get some money. He say, oh, 32A and 42C and all that shit, right? He just be trying to, oh, we got to do this right here and do that. And you just like, I don't care if you're going to do it. It's covered. So what? Just fix it, man. Clean my teeth and all that then. But then, I mean, when the people, they say, oh, we got to do this and that, and you just came to get your tooth extracted, but they want to start messing with other shit, or they say, we're going to do a deep clean. We're going to do this and that. And then the lady, she's shaving shit, shaving this and that. And when I first came back to the lady, I said, you know what, lady? It seemed like you done fuck my shit up where I bite down. It's like I'm pushing my tooth out. Because I'm having pain and it feel like my tooth is literally seesawing out my mouth. I don't appreciate that. I feel like if I had a black person that motherfucking cared to not do some shit like that, it wouldn't have happened. Plus, I had a nigga do my partial. The Mexican motherfuckers who did my partial had my shit looking goofy as fuck. They had my shit looking goofy and crazy. A black nigga happened to come in the room. I had 2, 3 partials done by like some immigrants, right? One black nigga come in the room. My nigga did it one time and he did it way better than they could have did it at all. My shit looked way better the first time. I swear to God, God could kill me right now. I ain't playing no motherfucking games about this. The black nigga came in there the first try, got it right, did it all nice. He over here saying, I don't know why they did it like, I don't know this and that. He said, why they do it like that? Because they racist as fuck. They mad, they jealous that you naturally from over here and you really reap these benefits and they only getting them because of that green card or some shit. Your green card is a social security card, nigga. Your shit is a real green card. So they be jealous and shit. Envious. These motherfuckers, you know, I mean, I grew up in Long Beach. These motherfuckers be hating on niggas, bruh. Nigga, when I was growing up with Mexicans, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the same niggas you was going to middle school with, niggas start shooting niggas. Your same partner telling you, oh, you know that nigga Marco shot motherfucking Darren the other night. You saying, nigga, the Marco that used to kick it with Darren in middle school, nigga, every day? Say, yeah. And then the other homie, Jesus, nigga, he let the other homie, Dante, get shot. He seen 3, 4 niggas standing right there and they pressed him. And homie could have stopped it, but he didn't want to act like he knew a nigga. So he just let him shoot him. And you be like, what the fuck, bro? This is what happened when I was coming out of middle school. Nigga, I didn't give a fuck about no Mexican. That ain't even on my fucking... The fuck I'm gonna think about you for, bro? You ain't even nobody to care about. So they ain't on my brain to even hate or care about, bro. My life is beautiful. I've been blessed from a baby. I got eyes. Motherfuckers been saying I got pretty eyes since I was motherfucking, since I can understand words, to the point it was a fucking disrespect to me. I used to hate hearing that shit. I've been muscular since I was a fucking kid. I've been blessed from the start. So I don't got time to give a fuck about nobody else. But motherfuckers who ain't blessed, or people who don't got good concept, big fat gelatinous ugly motherfuckers, they got time to be mad at somebody. Cause they be wanting shit that they can't get because they don't have the drive to look better or do better. You might not have been blessed naturally, but you don't gotta be a fat ass. You probably ain't got no fucking pretty eyes, but you don't gotta be a fat ass motherfucker. You want the bitch too, where she don't like fat niggas. Some bitches say they like fat niggas. Whatever. I don't believe that shit, boy. I don't think nobody really like fat people. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. It might be develop a fetish over time or some shit. But I don't think naturally that shit was just, man, what the fuck, nigga? God didn't make no goddamn hippos in the human race. Anyway, though, we're gonna get back on topic with Snoop Dogg, though. Y'all niggas need to charge this nigga the way he need to be charged, as a sellout. Stop acting like this nigga's cool at all. And when you talk about him, you need to talk about him the right way. All of these celebrities. These niggas sold out for that house on the hill and that little bit of ownership that the white man let them have. And most of the time when most of these niggas die, they don't even retain the ownership. Them motherfuckers say these niggas be broken, all kind of shit. That nigga sold out and can't even keep his shit and give it to his kids. You look at motherfucking Biggie Small's son. That nigga Biggie Small's son just did a motherfucking interview with Ebro. Ebro want to disrespect Biggie Small's son, even though the nigga bars was light. I mean, whatever. It probably was done on purpose to try to glorify the white boy. The nigga Ebro want to say, oh, well, you know, everybody gonna say you got cooked by the white boy and all this and that. And then want to say some gay shit about Biggie Small's son. But then another thing about it is Biggie Small's son look like he broke as fuck. He look like he broke in a motherfucker. He might be living in a big house and shit like most of these white motherfuckers that be broke too, acting like they got something. But the whole point is, nigga, I need to grow up in that house too. Fuck is you talking about? My nephew should have grew up in that big ass house too. Nigga should have had a chance to get them straight A's too. Because when you was over there playing with your motherfucking grades, nigga, I might have had straight A's. Fuck is you talking about? Because when I was in school with them dumbass niggas, I wasn't playing with my grades unless I didn't like my fucking teacher. And that was my fucking fault because people would tell you, oh, your teacher already got their motherfucking money. They already getting their 3,000 a month. You need to worry about your damn self. You like, man, fuck all that, man. Fuck that teacher. That nigga's a bitch. Nigga, I ain't doing none of his work. But you realize later that only fucked you up. But really, the school should have been addressing that shit the way that they should have did it so you can get your grades. If they should be able to see the type of shit going on in class and then ask you some questions. Like, that's what a counselor for. Counsel the child and ask the kid some questions and direct that motherfucker in the right direction. What are you there for if you ain't gonna counsel the kid to get them to get them straight A's? And that's the point. Most of the motherfuckers at my school was immigrants. Most of the teachers and shit. It wasn't that many black teachers at my motherfucking school. And then the principal came from Poly at one point. It was a black nigga that came from Poly, and they said, oh, this nigga is the greatest principal of all time and shit. Oh, he gonna come and regulate this motherfucker. But only we had that. No, hold on. We had no, we did have this other black principal. That nigga was, man, nobody respected that nigga. That nigga had this weird ass shit on the neck of his neck. Nigga used to call that nigga Mr. Saltneck. The nigga name was Mr. Salter. They called that nigga Mr. Saltneck. Cause this nigga had, you know, this shit they say that black people be having on their neck. Like they be saying, oh, black niggas be prone to get this. That nigga had like that shit nigga looked like a patch of grapes on his neck, nigga. Hey, that's on me, bro. I don't even give a fuck, bro. At the end of the day, I'm fed up, homie. I'm tired of this shit, bro. I'm like Dave Chappelle said, nigga, I done been reincarnated 5 times and I've been black every time, nigga, and I'm tired, bro. This shit hard, nigga. And it ain't hard, nigga, like you care, but I'm just tired of the bullshit. Because you know how much further ahead a nigga would be if it weren't for the bullshit? I'm talking about, let me mention I mentioned this and I'm off of this, nigga. We're going to get back on topic and then I'm off of it completely. But I'm saying further ahead like this. One time I was working at this company, Labor Ready, People Ready, whatever the fuck. They got prevailing wage jobs at this position. You get paid every single day. One day I finally caught a prevailing wage job on accident. They was about to give it to this Mexican nigga, but the Mexican nigga was already on the job. And it probably wasn't prevailing wages, but he was literally on the job the day that they was about to give it to him. I happened to just be the nigga closest to the lady at the time. She said, oh, I'm gonna put you on this job, this and that. I said, okay, fine. I went to the job. She didn't even tell me it was prevailing wages. The guy, when I got there, he said, oh, big money. What's up with your big money? I said, man, what's up with this dude? What are you talking about, bro? And then he was like, man, you don't know? He was like, yeah, you get prevailing wages this job. You're like 35, 40 an hour. I said, okay, yeah, that's cool, fine and dandy, right? This is like probably 8 years ago when motherfuckers was getting like $8 an hour, right? So it's like, you getting $8 an hour in the minimum wage, nigga, you getting 35, 40, that's crazy money, right? You get that, you like, whoa, buddy, what's going on? So yeah, so I get back to the base. Basically, I made like 200, 300 and some dollars or something that day, right? But it's people in the office that control and dictate if you go on jobs and which jobs you go on and if you qualify or not, or if they're gonna put you on it. And who's to say that they don't have these jobs all day, every day, and that they just don't be putting niggas on that bullshit, right? And when they started to have this system called JobStack, they this app called JobStack. I really probably got a lawsuit with these motherfuckers, but it's like people won't take your case or it's all kind of shit in the mix, right? And then first of all, them niggas gonna say they don't have no recollection of what I'm talking about. But if they can subpoena these fucking records at all, homie, I almost can guarantee with my fucking record alone, my track record at that company will validate that they got racism going on and the Mexicans in the office are alienating black people from the opportunities at the motherfucking job. And they don't even got to be $45 an hour. It's just 17, 19, 22. Nigga, they don't even want a nigga to get the basic 13 some an hour, whatever the fuck. Because if you select the job through the job stack, every single job say, oh, you've been removed off the job. And then it say, call the branch. You call the branch. And they don't always have a good reason for why you taking off the job. And sometimes they don't never call you back. And when you call them, they say, well, they didn't call you back. Yeah, they supposed to call you and tell you why they took you off. You say, man, they done took about 75 jobs out of the 76 I done picked. And they ain't, and 68 of them, they ain't never called me. They just keep taking my motherfucking jobs. And you like, nigga, no, these is motherfucking push the button jobs. Like, nigga, monkey push the button. They say monkey push the button. And then you push the button to get the job, and then it's like, oh, well, oh, we took it from you. And you say, oh, well, it said a monkey could push the button. I push it. So, I mean, if a monkey could do it, bitch, then I can do it. What the fuck? And they say, oh, well, you don't qualify, or we just took you off, or somebody else on the job, or this and that, or the customer want them, or it's a repeat, or you say, well, if it's a repeat, usually the name down here. Oh, well, because of this and that. But 75 out of 76, you telling me like when I was picking the jobs before, I wasn't having those type of odds, but all of a sudden, I 75 jobs and 74 of them get canceled. And the one that I did that didn't get canceled, I went to the fucking job and they said, oh, we don't need you today. And I told Labor Ready that we didn't need nobody in black. So they paid you out 2 hours and you gave you fucking $20 and you might have drove $10 in gas. Like, nigga, this is people ready right here, nigga. I'm nigga, fuck all this shit, bro. This is just a rant at this point, nigga. I'm talking about all that shit, bro. Fuck people ready, nigga. They got these motherfucking Mexicans over there stopping niggas from getting that bread, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? And niggas would be way further ahead if these motherfuckers wasn't in the way. If they weren't controlling these motherfucking jobs and the hiring managers, we gonna get back to partner personnel having a contract with fucking Harbor Freight, and they got all Mexicans in their fucking office, and them motherfuckers be hiring and putting Mexicans in better positions and alienate niggas from opportunity. And affirmative action say you shouldn't have no motherfucking all Mexicans in no motherfucking work in no office like that. Nigga, put an Asian, put somebody else up in that motherfucker. In the office, fuck that. Put them in the office where they do the hiring at and ship people out. Why don't you put an Asian, a nigga, in a motherfucking Mexican? And you always gotta have a black person in there. That's the rule now, nigga, with affirmative action. Nigga, black person somewhere where they can see the motherfucking paperwork. Fuck what you talking about. Nigga, we need to see the paperwork, control the budget. We ain't playing no more. Get your ass up out of here, nigga. Get the motherfucking tour bus ready for these motherfuckers. Get the cruise ship ready. Get these Corona motherfuckers up out of here. Motherfucking immigrants want to disrespect you, tell you you need to put a mask on. Bitch, I don't believe in that shit. Shove that mask up your ass and get on that motherfucking rocket up out of this country. This reality rap, nigga. Put a beat behind it. I ain't on that bullshit. Y'all niggas some bitches. Y'all some immigrant lover motherfuckers. Y'all indoctrinated Native Americans who believe your ass came on the slave ship and you don't have just as much ownership as a nigga who stepped foot on the same landmass as your dumb ass at the same time. Nigga said you was on the ship with him and came with him, and that nigga say he owned this motherfucker and you don't. So even there, you got ownership just like that nigga. And if you've been here 30 minutes after he got here, nigga, you got way more ownership in this motherfucker than any immigrant that came 30 motherfucking 20 years ago. Y'all niggas need to wake up, bro. This shit not a game. Because I'm gonna tell you this. I ain't no real Martin Luther King ass nigga like where I wanna fight for some benefits for niggas to reap that ain't gonna sit here and fight for the same shit that they gonna reap the benefits of. If it's a nigga sitting on the couch saying, oh, this nigga talk too much and all that, but then when a nigga goal get accomplished, you want to go sit here and sign up for the nigga benefits. Like I asked my wife, I said, oh, who is Kamala Harris? Or I said, you want to sign up for Kamala Harris reparations, right? She said, who the fuck is that? And it's like, this the motherfucker who preaching reparations to the government, talking about 100,000. Bitch, that's a disrespect, 100,000. Then you can't get no ownership in America with no fucking 100,000. Why don't you motherfuckers say $1 million? Because you know $1 million in Moreno Valley, motherfucking can get by 2-3 houses. 100,000 won't buy one. So you motherfuckers want to disrespect and say we won't even give you a fraction of ownership in this country, nigga, where you can even own where you live. Because we own where we live at, and we spend that little 100,000 we giving your ass. Well, we wipe our ass with that shit. You hear Young Thug just told Sauce Walker, he said, nigga, that's 65,000 you talking about. He said, I spent that this month on groceries. Nigga, I spent like 300 or something, but nigga, I ain't spent no motherfucking 65,000. I don't even care to do that, but it's like, I That makes it goes to add to my point that these motherfucking rich people wipe their ass with 100,000. So why would a fucking bitch disrespect a whole nation of people? Say you gonna get 100,000 apiece, bitch? I'll whip your ass. You white ass bitch. You're not even black. You're just like Rachel Dolezal, bitch. You're a white bitch portraying to be black with a Caucasian agenda attached to your bullshit. If you look up the NAACP, since motherfuckers like Rachel Dolezal been up in there, even though they say white people helped to form it, whatever the fuck, nigga, they started allowing immigrants into the NAACP, which was not designed for immigrants. Period. The nigga who created it or was one of the founders of this shit type shit, he said it wasn't formed for immigrants. It was formed for black people. And he said it wasn't meant, colored wasn't meaning green people and orange people and gays and all of this shit. He said it was meant for black people. That's what the nigga said. And then motherfucking white people like Rachel Dolezal went up in there and opened it up and made it where immigrants and all kind of weirdos can get up in there and use the same benefit, use the benefits that was meant for niggas. I'm sure a lot of these other people have benefits that's specifically for them and they don't incorporate us in them. So why would this bitch incorporate somebody else into the things that we supposed to use to gain prosperity in America? Which means that we're going to have a fraction of growth. If we would have had 100% growth through that organization and they let 50% of the organization be immigrants, you're going to have 50% growth instead of the 100 you should have had. So come on, my nigga, like this not a game. At the end of the day, man, I'm glad I'm not like some of you motherfuckers in the world, bro. I know who Noble Drew Ali is. I ain't as highly versed as I need to be on none of the freedom fighters, none of the motherfuckers who was intelligent enough to know that it was something to fight for. I ain't no more smarter than them, and I don't know as much as I need to know about them and all of the people that go unnamed, the people I should know about. But I'm gonna tell you this, nigga, I'm something just like a lot of them, and I'm fighting for the same shit. I'm fighting for that Native American status that Noble Drew Ali was talking about. I'm fighting for that Pan-African mind state that just love being black shit, and I want to live around my black folks type shit and fuck a cracker and an immigrant. Nigga, that Pan-African motherfucking Marcus Garvey shit. You know what I'm talking about? I'm with that Malcolm X, nigga, by any means necessary. Nigga, you gonna let me create the motherfucking community that I'm talking about where we gonna be healthy, thriving motherfuckers who go to college and we don't have no bullshit in our community. Nigga, by any means necessary, you gonna let me create what I'm talking about, bitch ass cracker. By any means necessary. And niggas ain't scared of these motherfuckers, bro. I can get Malcolm X too. I don't give a fuck, nigga. You, bro, I was in Long Beach, bro. A nigga put a gun in my head for nothing. I don't even know why the nigga rolled up with the gun. It was some fluke shit, weird situation. This shit didn't even make sense, nigga. We just got off work. Nigga, this shit was so weird how it happened, bro. And it was 3-4 people right there. And I'm the one nigga end up with the gun at my head. I'm like, nigga, how the fuck this happened, bro? The homie just walked around the corner closer to the nigga. He didn't even have a gun on this nigga's head, on his back, or none of that shit. Nigga end up with the gun on my motherfucking head. That shit was weird as fuck to me, bro. I mean, shit, I thought I was already about to be a goner right there. Nigga, I couldn't do much. I was looking down, rolling weed. By the time I looked up, the nigga's gun was like damn near on my forehead. But I'm still here right here talking right now. So this voice you hear, nigga, I ain't dead on with that gun doing shit to my forehead. And I'll tell you this, I almost whipped the brakes off that nigga. I did punch him twice. And if the nigga, old nigga that gave me the gun, once he dropped it, I'd have blew that nigga nugget. Man, I'd have blew his noggin off, bro. I'd have caught him too, cause man, I ain't playing, bro. At the end of the day, y'all niggas need to wake up, bro. The world is against us. Literally. If they wasn't against us, they wouldn't have control of the diamond trade and be trying to hold that stronghold over us. Give it up, my nigga. Why is Professor Griff telling me that it's gonna be war if we motherfucking talk about shit like that? He's saying what you asking for is war. Well, ain't it enough Africans, nigga? War then, bitch. How come when the Africans was ready to go to war, they had to fucking let Mandela out of jail when Mandela had to tell them niggas that don't go to war when his wife was telling them this fight, nigga? So Evidently, them white folks was scared to go to war with them fucking Africans. Because if they wanted to go to war, they wouldn't have let Mandela ass out of jail. The fuck is you talking about? So, nigga, if it's war, Professor Griff, if you ever hear this shit, you bitch ass nigga, get your bitch ass up off of your high horse and stop being scared over here telling the fucking internet that you've been poisoned by these people and they try to kill you and they try to burn you and they burned your house and all. Nigga, fuck all that, because nigga, you in the bed with them. Nigga, I seen you on stage with at a tribute concert. Your ass is in the bed with them. So your ass is scared of these white folks. You scared to get put in the tree, nigga. You don't want to get murked. You want to live in that little house on the hill with your little half a celebrity bitch Soleil. That's how another way you know your ass in the bed with him, because you and your wife is both half of celebrities. The fuck? Nigga, Soleil was more industry than that nigga Professor Griffin later on in the career. Who know why the fuck she didn't go bigger, but that motherfucker was in the industry. Fuck that. We gonna talk about it, nigga. Yeah, that nigga Professor Griff though, on me, bruh said it's war if you talk about getting control of the diamond trade and certain shit I'm talking about. He know it, and he said, nigga, I'm right. He didn't say I was wrong, right? That nigga just saying basically it's unattainable. What you talking about, damn near? He's saying, nigga, like how you gonna do it? Like it's almost unattainable. He's saying like basically it's war, bro. Like they got so many more guns manufactured than you would even think about. You can't even, nigga, they control the budget, bro. You don't even have enough money to try to buy enough guns to try to war with these motherfuckers. When T.I. tried to buy 30,000 guns, nigga, they locked that nigga up. How you know this nigga wasn't trying to arm his militia against the government and the white folks? If he was, you see they gonna stop that. Like, nigga, you can't buy these guns, even if it's legit. But they show you on TV, oh, it's this white man, he got 200 and some guns in his garage and they all legal. Well, if he can have all these guns in his garage, nigga, and they legal, why T.I. can't buy 30,000 if they legal? Oh, they happen to be illegal or something. They always come with some bullshit, bro. Rollo. And it happened to all these niggas. You pay attention, bro. Every nigga that be trying to do something. I guess T.I. was trying to be a real nigga with that. I don't know. I don't think he was trying to buy this shit and fuck the hood up, but he could. He could have been trying to be a whistleblower saying, hey, look, this what they gave me the guns for, type shit. Who knows? But he got locked up. Nigga Rollo was over here buying apartments in his hometown and letting his people stay in it for free so they can start to develop something and don't have to pay that money for rent and use that money for something else. They threw that nigga in jail, bro. I truly believe Rollo mastered the internet. I don't believe that nigga was selling no drugs. I believe that's his deal as a rapper, or as a deal. That's his deal as a sellout, or like being in the business. You can't tell people how you get your money. So Rollo mastered the internet, something like Q from World Star. Q from World Star mastered the internet, made $25 million in a year. Then white folks killed him. When them white folks killed him, it's a white nigga that own World Star right now. Q did like 2-3 interviews saying he wasn't gonna sell his ownership. Then we talking about ownership, right? Q said they offered me 15 million. I'm not selling my ownership. Q said they offered me 40 million. I'm not selling my ownership. Come on, bro. If you watch that motherfucking movie Acrimony with Taraji P. Henson, I think that, yeah, Taraji P. Henson, nigga, motherfucking, that was the movie was about ownership. And how Taraji P. Henson wasn't a good woman, really. How she over here saying she a good woman, or she thinking she a good woman because she paying little $30 or some shit for this nigga, or taking care of the man that she paying the rent. But this man was really over here trying to really get this woman a lifestyle of luxury. That, I mean, at the point that nigga did what he was trying to do in that movie, then people was about to live 30 to 40 years of life of luxury. This nigga was about to change that woman's life forever and make all of the little years of struggling she did with him. He was about to motherfucking change, man. He was about to do the whole flip of the script for this woman. And he still gave her $1 million in the movie. And that bitch still went berserk because that bitch understood that this man really cared for her, and really the life that he was living with another woman, that shit, that nigga had planned that out and he envisioned it for her. And that bitch pushed herself out of the vision because she didn't see this nigga vision. And when shit got hard, that nigga finally got a meeting with one of the niggas that he was trying to get a meeting with to sell his idea, and the man offered him $500,000 and to take ownership of his idea. And that man turned it down because he already knew that ownership was something that you need to retain, right? I'm talking about the movie Acrimony and how it's about ownership. So yeah, so later on, basically at that point in the movie, when he refused the 500,000, he was supposed to do something for their family business. He was supposed to deliver something or something like that. And it was a very important account. He didn't deliver what he was supposed to deliver. He had to cut it short. In the middle of the delivery, he had to go to the meeting with the guy that he was trying to sell his idea to. So when he got back with her and everybody was disappointed and they like, man, what's up, bro? You messed up our meeting and this and that. And then I heard that you was with some girl in the truck and all of this and that. He said, yeah, well, I was over here. I was trying to go to a meeting with Mr. Thompson and blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to sell this idea. Like he offered me 500,000. And they like, man, shut up with that bullshit, bro. Like nobody offered you that. Man, turned it down. And then she looking at him, and then first she was acting like angry, and then she would like had this little weird like, oh, I'm happy, but then I'm disappointed in you type of little phase, like in the little scene. And it's like, well, damn, like I kind of do believe you, but then why the hell would you refuse to take the 500,000 when you know my mama house is up for sale and I'm trying to keep my mama house and blah blah blah. And he said, well, retainer ownership is something that was worth retaining, and I believe it's gonna be worth something later versus than to sell my 500 for 500,000 now. Moral of the story is through the ownership, the man he retained his ownership. He ended up getting 500 million. Instead of 500,000, he got 500 million, and with the 500 million, he still retained like 50% of his ownership. So he's still going to make money as sales or whatever happens with the product. He's going to make money throughout the process. He's not going to just get the 500,000. He's done and he don't get nothing else. He got 500 million. He retains ownership and he makes profit as the product sells. So, man, at the end of the day, this is a sad reality we live in as a so-called black nigga in America, black man, whatever the fuck you too. I say what the fuck out. You can delete the video if you want. You're practicing a form of censorship that you're trying to demonetize people who are just being regular adults, being regular people. And we don't have to believe COVID-19 if we don't want to, nigga. If we don't believe COVID-19 is real, if we don't believe in Jesus, nigga, you can't make a nigga believe in Jesus. Nigga, fuck Jesus. Nigga, fuck Allah, fuck all of them niggas, bro. This, hey, I'm about to disrespect these Allah niggas right now. I don't give a fuck, bro. This shit sounds stupid, bro. This what I was thinking about the other, like when I was thinking about that Allah shit. They say Allah means arm, leg, leg, arm, head, right? Why can't you say Allah? Why can't you say head, arm, leg, leg, arm? Like what the fuck? You can say leg, arm, head, arm, leg. Like nigga, that shit is stupid. Nigga, you trying to say Allah means arm, leg. Nigga, that shit sounds stupid. What gives you your order? What says that the arm go first? Like what says that? That shit sounds stupid, bro. Allah could be laha, lahal, right? That shit sounds stupid to me, man. I don't give a fuck. That shit sounds stupid. But you motherfuckers is indoctrinated, bro. And all I'm trying to do is live the enjoyment that God created for people on this plane. We supposed to enjoy life, and the white people is a hindering enjoyment. That's why they say the white man is the devil, because they acting out the agenda of hindering people's enjoyment on this planet. Whether they use money or they use their government authority with guns to tell you that outside is closed and you can't go nowhere. And who's to say you? I'm not saying I don't enjoy myself in the house. I'm gonna enjoy myself regardless. Like I spend time, and I'm like what I'm doing in the house is not a problem. But that don't mean that you should be able to tell me and dictate what I can do outside, nigga. I want to go to the strip club. The fuck? Nigga, this my motherfucking money. Nigga, if I go get a fat ass check, nigga, and I want to go throw $3 at the motherfucking stage, or if I want to go to the bar and go shoot some pool, nigga, why the fuck is the government in my way? Nigga, fuck COVID-19. Put your little 6 foot rule in the motherfucking bar then. Nigga, let 8 people in the bar at a time then, nigga. Don't fucking play with people's enjoyment, government. Trying to act like you the motherfucking devil. You white devils. That's why Donald Trump look like a fucking strawberry shortcake and an orange sherbet cake sometimes. The fuck? Nigga, I'm tired of this motherfucking crack ass government, bro. Nigga, mark my words. I don't give a fuck what happened to me about it, nigga. I don't give a fuck if nobody watched the video. Nigga, somebody gonna probably watch it because I'm a market it just for no reason, even though it's just a black screen. I ain't playing no games, bro. I'm over this shit. Fuck America, nigga. Eat a dick, nigga. This is the black man country, nigga. And once we retain the motherfucking control and get control back and control this motherfucking budget, we gonna see how it really look, nigga, and what it really be like. And then we gonna meet you in the motherfucking in the middle, and we gonna catch your bitch ass at that college and see who the real motherfucking summa cum laude is, nigga. We gonna see who the real motherfucking valedictorian in high school is. Let's see if you niggas can really compete academically. Let's see if you niggas can compete when it's 18 niggas playing golf instead of one. Let's see if you niggas can compete when it's a whole team full of niggas playing hockey. Let's see if you can compete when it's a gang of niggas driving in NASCAR. You motherfuckers only got records in them sports because niggas ain't even playing the shit. And the only one nigga golfing, and he almost did better than every nigga that ever golfed in history. So you don't want 18 niggas golfing. The fuck wrong with you? Nigga, it ain't a white motherfucker that even held in higher prestige anywhere in the NBA than a black nigga. Other than that motherfucking NBA logo. And Jerry West ain't even motherfucking known. Nigga, that nigga ain't even motherfucking. He ain't even held in a high regard like Jordan or Dr. J or no shit. Who the fuck be talking about Jerry West and his stats and how much of a legend he is to basketball? Nobody, nigga. He ain't even close to Bill Russell. What the fuck is you talking about? So nigga, get that nigga Jerry West the fuck up out of here, like people said, and put Kobe on that bitch, because Kobe deserved to be the NBA motherfucking logo way more than Jerry West. The fuck out of here, boy. The fuck out. That's white supremacy. That's white glorification, nigga. That's the whole point of white supremacy. Whitewashing history. Nigga, sit here and put a motherfucking white face on top of some shit where you motherfuckers ain't even the fucking gum on the bottom of Kobe's shoe. The fuck, you ain't even a squeak on that nigga's shoe when he playing hard on the court, and that motherfucker, nigga, you ain't even that, bro. The fuck is you on? At the end of the day, fuck you, Snoop Dogg. Nigga, fuck. Nigga, Snoop Dogg getting what he deserved. Because they say one of his sons is gay, right? And Snoop Dogg try to use his football league type shit or that football mentality that he was pushing on black people. He tried to force that on his son to play football instead of be a doctor or a lawyer. And this nigga son's supposed to be gay, but he was on a video with a white girl. I guess it was supposed to be his girlfriend. I don't know. This bitch ass nigga Snoop Dogg's son got the white bitch in the video. She over here was doing some paperwork shit. This nigga bitch ass talking about, oh, that's why I need you. That's why I got you here. Like, nigga, you don't know how to read. Nigga, you don't know how to do business. You gonna let a white bitch do your business, you stupid ass nigga? Like, you exactly the problem with niggas, bro. The niggas that they put in good positions is niggas like you and your daddy who would let a white motherfucker do your business. And when I look at that shit right there, I can understand why Snoop Dogg got white motherfuckers on his YouTube channel controlling his shit. Nigga, a YouTube, nigga, you don't even need one person to help you with YouTube. Why the fuck this nigga got all these people helping him with his YouTube channel? That shit don't make sense. What it was right. Them white folks walked up to Snoop Dogg dumbass and told him, we gonna put you on a show. It's gonna be your own show, and you're gonna be the star of the show. And they kept using the word show to that dumbass nigga. And then they put that nigga on a YouTube show where they could take in the proceeds off of this nigga name when he could have started the motherfucker by himself, just like every other musician with a Vivo that ain't getting paid with that bitch. The fuck? This shit, nigga, is on my nerve, though, nigga. Snoop Dogg is a bitch, because he ain't got no Snoop Dogg Youth Center in Long Beach. The nigga say Long Beach on every song. That's why he stopped making songs so much, because he say Long Beach so much. That nigga, what the fuck are you doing for the city to be better for black people, nigga? Is you black or not? Nigga, is you black or not? What is you doing for Long Beach for you to be saying Long Beach on every song to help the motherfuckers stop getting harassed by the police? Cause I've been to jail 40 times in Long Beach and I didn't even have a fucking misdemeanor. I went to jail so many times in Long Beach because I was fucking riding a bike to work or some shit most of the time. Cause I was just a young dumb motherfucker. I had a car sitting there for years, didn't even care to try to register. I just act like nigga, like I couldn't do nothing with it. Like I just, I don't know. I used to be making money, buying, smoking weed all day, every day, and just fucking off. People would be like, bro, why you ain't fucking driving your car? It'd be like I'd be walking around on the bus and shit. Like I got a car literally right there. The motherfucker work, it starts, and everything is good. I just ain't go get it registered and all this shit. I was just a fucking young dumb motherfucker, just being stupid. Right, but at the end of the day, man, Snoop Dogg ain't never did shit for me. I grew up in Long Beach. Snoop Dogg ain't never did shit for my mind state. He ain't never helped me to be a good man. Snoop Dogg ain't never influenced me to go to the motherfucking One Stop Center and go take one of the little classes they got up there. Where nigga, one time I went to the One Stop Center in Long Beach, and that's why I mentioned that because Snoop Dogg should have a center where they're doing shit like this, and he goes to Poly or Cabrillo or Wilson or whatever schools or go throughout the hood, tell niggas to go to the fucking building and go reap the benefits of these programs. I went to the fucking One Stop Center that was over there off of like, oh my goodness, this is even this crazy, my nigga. I gotta keep on publicizing this on YouTube. There was a fucking building over there off of like PCH. That shit was like off of like PCH and motherfucking Atlantic, right? That's like down there 20 Crib hood. Snoop Dogg say he from 20 Crib. Niggas, PCH in Atlantic is almost 20 Crib hood to the T. I'm talking about to down to the fucking street. It's like a block away, right? To the point like this. I went to a fucking One Stop Center a block away from Snoop Dogg hood. Cause what they say on the song, they say on 2-1 in Lewis, which that could be Insane Hood, or they could either one, cause of which one? Warren G, Nate Dogg, one of them, they could be from Insane and motherfucking 20s, different ones of them, right? I don't know, but 2-1 in Lewis, I don't bang, but I'm from out there. I know the shit about Insane and shit, but I don't give a fuck like that. That ain't my hood, so I don't know everything, right? So I'm just saying, like, I know 2-1 in Lewis is not far from 20th or PCH and Atlantic, and the fucking Wells Fargo was a block away from Atlantic or PCH, so it's closer to 2-1 in Lewis than PCH and Atlantic. But all I'm saying is like this nigga have a One Stop Center right there, a block away from his hood. That when I went there, I took a class for asbestos abatement, lead abatement, hazmat, hazwapper, OSHA. For it wasn't first, and then I took a like trenching and shoring, and I took excavation or some shit like that, right? And then on that, I had some. Okay, well, I had other certificates too, but that's what I took at that class, right? But it was a free class because the government had a program, an environmental protection program called the Brownsville something Academy, and you had to go there from 8 to 4 every day for a month and a week. And once you did that, you was gonna graduate. They was gonna give you all your certificates, but they didn't give you nothing as you go. You kept graduating, or you would get your you would through your hours you was getting your paperwork pretty much. You had to just sit there and do it, and then every week you was getting a certificate or something. So but then basically you got all your certificates and during the graduation at the end of the month and the week. But the whole point is Snoop Dogg don't have that. But he say Long Beach all the time in his songs. And he supposed to be black. And he be doing videos talking about I would never put a gun in my little homie hand, but I'll put a camera in his hand. I'll put a microphone in his hand. Nigga, why is that the only thing you'll do for your little homies? Why don't you make a fucking organization connected to the government that you can get grants and programs that you can teach them asbestos and lead abatement? You dumbass bitch. Nigga, I hate this nigga, bro. Like, swear to God, like, nigga, I hate this nigga more than the crackers because this nigga's the problem in our community. He is the original sellout, or one of them, right? Because the original ones was like a generation before Snoop Dogg, the ones that really sold us out, that took that motherfucking money to sell their motherfucking grandma crack and watch that bitch just turn into fucking just a fucking skinny ass dope head. If the bitch ain't a skinny one, she man, I done seen it, bro. I seen a house full of crackheads, and I seen a nigga sell. I seen a nephew sell everybody in the house crack, cause it was brothers and sisters all in the house, and they've been doing crack for 20 some years. And I seen they nephew sell everybody in the house crack every day. I mean, morally, I probably should have been saying something right. Morally, you be like, hey man, you're wrong for selling them crack every day. I mean, where the fuck do I care? I grew up in the same environment. I done hand to hand crack too. I ain't really sell no motherfucking crack, but I done I might have took some crack for somebody else, put it in his hand or some shit or whatever the fuck, right? But I done hand to hand this shit before for sure. Man, I'm tired of talking about this shit, bro. At the end of the day, Snoop Dogg, you's a bitch. I hope you really hear this, nigga. You wanna do something, whatever, nigga. But I know you don't want to catch no fade, bro, nigga. Like I know that for sure. So like whatever, nigga. Like send your Illuminati motherfuckers to get a hit, bitch. You can sacrifice a nigga or something like nigga, cause you ain't gonna do nothing. You's a bitch, bro. Come face to face. Whatever you gonna do, come to my face and do something though. Don't be a bitch, nigga. Fuck all that. Like Kanye West say, Jay-Z, don't send your goons at me, nigga. Come do it yourself, nigga. Come run up, bro. But at the end of the day, you's a bitch, my nigga. Tiger Woods, you's a bitch, my nigga. You put a fucking youth center in Orange County instead of putting that motherfucker in LA County. Orange County is one of the seven richest counties in the United States, you bitch ass nigga. Why the fuck you didn't put that motherfucking youth center in Long Beach or LA and teach engineering, bitch? Tiger Woods, you's a fucking bitch, and you ain't black, nigga. I'm taking that little black card they did give you, so you can give your little 15 tour wins to the Kablasians. Nigga, we don't give a fuck about Tiger, nigga. Fuck Tiger Woods, nigga. You let the white bitch fuck your life up, nigga. And I'm telling you like this, I'm probably saying nigga 100 times on this live and all that. But I guarantee you this: when it's time for when the setting comes for me to not use curse words and have a better vernacular than this, and I'll probably have my tone be way different. I'll be in professional settings just like anybody else, and I know how to communicate in a way that I know how to communicate way better than this. This ain't the time or the place. Who give a fuck, nigga, bitch, motherfucker? That's what I'm on, and I'm gonna talk regular. And what's the problem? Right? Because when people get out of character, like this contractor my wife got working on her house, contractor, this nigga say, I asked him some simple questions about the money. My nigga want to get out of character, start cursing at me, fucking this and that. So everybody be on that. Like people can play that role and try to act all smiley, smiley and fake and shit, but push their buttons in and they gonna show you that there's some nigga bitch motherfucker. So what's the problem, bro? Stop acting like you got that suit and tie on all day, bro. Cause you's a real Ku Klux Klan member under that shit. Superman, Batman, you fucking vigilantes carrying out your own motherfucking foolish ass self righteous intent. But anyway, I don't know if I made the point because I deviated so much and I probably still hit a gang of nails, nigga. Like I fuck Hellraiser up or Pinhead, nigga. I knocked all them pins in that nigga head. How I put the nail in the coffin right now. But I hit all the nails on the head, bro. That's on me. Tiger Woods is a bitch. Every black celebrity nigga's a bitch. Them niggas just took that house on the hill and kept their mouth shut for a little bit of ownership that most of them do not get to retain be inside of death. Once them niggas die, most of them niggas kids probably do not attain the wealth. At the end of the day, I'm off of this live, bro. I'm kind of on this rant, right? Probably like Kanye. Kanye probably be sitting there talking to Kim Kardashian. That bitch don't care what he talking about. That bitch do not relate to that nigga struggle by no means. That bitch ain't grow up in the hood. You can't talk to that bitch about no shit that you relate to about your environment and how you want to make it better. That bitch do not relate to you, bro. And that's how I'm ranting like Kanye right now, because I be talking to my wife and she don't really relate to me like that. And there's nobody else that you could talk to. So it'd be like she grew up in Orange County, right? I grew up in LA County. Like I said, even though she didn't grow up in the best neighborhood, it's still one of the 7 richest counties in America. So she don't exactly relate to the struggle the way I feel like I relate to it. Like some experiences she might have had, but some of them she didn't. And the ones she didn't might be the ones that I'm asking for the relation to try to make a solution to the problem in the community that they perceive that you come from when they see you. Because they don't know you. You just black. And black people come from the black community. Motherfucker, they come from where niggas come from, which is the ghetto in America. Nigga, you came from the hood. My nigga, like, that's how they feel. You came from LA, Long Beach, or you came from whatever fucking popular black city in whatever cities and shit. Of course, people born from all over, but come on, bro. At the end of the day, I'm only ranting because I'm tired of doing this with people who don't give a fuck, or not only do they not give a fuck, it's just falling upon deaf ears, or it's like you're not speaking to anybody who's going to help you to gain solution. So who knows if this conversation on this fucking phone, talking on this live, is gonna help gain solution. But it's better than me talking to motherfuckers who don't give a fuck what I'm talking about. Church, nigga.